Hello, viewers. I'm Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal. Today stands before you with an important topic of environmental science, which is global warming. This video mainly concentrates four aspects of global warming, that is, its meaning of global warming, causes of global warming, impacts of global warming, and its remedies. Nowadays, global warming is a very vital topic, and the video relating to global warming will be helpful to students of all levels, maybe of plus 2 or plus 3, and those students who are engaged for the aspiration of good jobs in the competitive examinations. Let us start. What is global warming? In the world today, there are some important environmental problems. And these environmental problems are so much important that they may be cause of the extinction of all the living beings from the world or the destruction of the world itself. Among these environmental problems, global warming is a very important problem. Global warming means day by day the environment of the world or the atmosphere of the world is becoming warmer and warmer. Global warming means day by day the earth is becoming warmer and warmer. It is known as global warming. And about the bad impact of global warming, a French scientist, Joseph Fourier, realized for the first time in 1824. What will be the bad impacts of global warming was realized for the first time by a French scientist, Joseph Fourier, in 1824. But Joseph Fourier was supported by another Nobel Prize winner, scholar R. Haynes. So, global warming means day by day the earth is becoming more warmer than previously. It is known as the global warming. Okay, viewers, now we'll discuss what are the causes of global warming. Global warming has mainly three important causes, which is very important. Number one is effects of greenhouse gases. Number two, depletion of ozone layer. And number three, volcano eruption. These are the major cause for the global warming. The first important cause, now we'll discuss effect of greenhouse gases. It means just above the earth there is a layer of greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon gas, perfluorocarbon gas, then sulfur hexafluoride gas. Just above the earth there is a thick layer of greenhouse gases. It is like the roof of the earth. When the sun ray enters into the earth, it enters through the greenhouse gases layer. And whenever the sun ray enters to the earth through greenhouse gas layer, at the time the sun ray enters to the earth and touches the it touches the surface of the earth, and while it returns after reflection, at the time the layer of greenhouse gases obstruct those rays. When the layer of greenhouse gases obstructs those layers, again some quantity of sun ray again comes back to the earth. It makes the earth warmer. Due to this reason, the life in this world is possible. So, just above the earth, there is a layer of greenhouse gases which is very helpful for the living of human beings and plants, as well as animals. But the layer which is found above the earth, it is a natural layer. But from the different type of industries, cold storages, again poisonous gases move to the atmosphere and they merge with the natural layer of the greenhouse gases and it makes it thicker. So whenever sun ray enters into the earth and while it is being reflected from the earth, the thick layer of the greenhouse gases again obstructs. So more quantity of sun ray is being obstructed and it makes the earth more warmer. So this is the first reason for the global warming. And number 2, depletion of ozone layer. From the earth 10 to 15 kilometers above, there is a layer of ozone gas. And it is the function of the layer of ozone gas to absorb ultraviolet ray of the sun. So when the sun rays enters into the earth, at the time it enters through the ozone layer, at the time ozone layer or ozone gases absorbs ultraviolet ray of the sun. And if these ultraviolet rays will not be absorbed, these ultraviolet rays will create a lot of diseases. It will affect the eyesight. It will be responsible for different types of skin diseases. But due to poisonous gases of the earth, especially CO2 gas, there are holes in the ozone layer. There are holes in the ozone layer or rupture in the ozone layer. So in the layer of ozone gases, there are some holes due to emission of carbon dioxide. So whenever sun rays come to the earth, at the time, as there are holes in the ozone layer, sun rays come to the earth directly with its ultraviolet rays. And due to ultraviolet rays of the sun rays, the earth becomes warmer again. The third important cause of the global warming is the volcanic eruption. In the world, about 1,350 live volcanoes are found. And maximum live volcanoes are found in Indonesia. And in India, there is only one live volcano. It is in Andaman Island and it is known as Barren Island in Andaman. There is a living volcano. And it is the only volcano in India, living volcano. So whenever in the volcanoes there will be eruptions, mainly chlorine and methane gas are being emitted and they move to the atmosphere and they rupture, they create holes in the ozone layer and they again mix with the layer of the layer of the CO2 gases. So volcanic erosion is another reason for the global warming. So now we have discussed that Earth is warming day by day. It is being warmed more than before due to mainly three reasons like effect of greenhouse gases, number two, depletion of ozone layer, number three, volcanic erosions. So we are clear what is global warming till now. We are clear what are the regions of global warming. Now we'll discuss impacts of global warming. What are the impacts of global warming? It has its good impact or bad impact. It has bad impacts. So what are its bad impacts? Number one, rise in sea level. Due to global warming, snow of the North Pole and South Pole melts. So due to the melting of snows, there is rise in sea level. And scientists are telling that by the end of 21st century, sea level will rise from 18 cm to 59 cm. So when sea level will rise, most of the lands will be submerged under the sea. This is the first important bad impact of global warming. Number two, extinct of habitat. Whenever Earth will become warmer, some of the species will be extinct, or more and more precious animals will not be found anymore in the world. So global warming will be the cause of the extinct of various species from the earth. Okay, viewers? Number three, climate change. Due to global warming, days will become longer. There will be more warm weather. There will be more warm, more hot. So it will be responsible for climate change. And if there will be climate change, people will suffer from different type of diseases. And number four, health hazard. Another bad impact of global warming is that if the earth will become warmer, if there will be more hot in the climate, it will affect the resistance power of the human body. It decreases, it harms resistance power of the human body. If people will lose their resistance power, they will suffer from different type of fatal diseases. And number five, impact on productivity. If earth will become warmer, it will affect the photosynthesis activities of the plants. By this, plants will not have better growth. It will hamper the food production of the world. Finally, impacts over land. Another, the sixth important bad impact of global warming is the impact over land. If the earth will become warmer, if there will be more hot in the earth, lands will become loose. More and more deserts will be created because lands will become dry and it will be the cause of deserts in the world. So these are the 6 bad impacts of global warming. Now let's see what remedies we will take up to check global warming. Number 1, strict control to CO2 gases. All the nations must take steps to control more and more emissions of CO2 gases. If CO2 gases or carbon dioxide gases will be controlled, they will not be allowed to exist more, then global warming will be controlled. Number 2, new technology to divert gases to underground. Another remedy will be that new technology will have to be developed by which gases will not be allowed to emit into the atmosphere, rather they will be diverted to the underground. If poisonous gases will not be allowed to enter into atmosphere, then global warming will be controlled. Number 3, plantation of trees and restrict deforestation. If there will be more and more plantation of trees and deforestations will be checked, then there will be balance in the environment and global warming can be checked fruitfully. Then stress to alternative energy like solar energy, tidal energy and wind energy in place of fossil fuels. So in order to control global warming, stress must be taken to produce energy from the tide, wind and from solar factor. So in place of burning of fossil fuels, burning of coals, oil, steps must be taken to derive energy from the tidal source, tides, from the source of wind, then from the source of sun. If solar energy, wind energy and tidal energy will be taken as a mean for energy, then global warming can be controlled. Okay, very good. Finally, then the international cooperation. Global warming can be controlled not by the efforts of one country or a few countries. There must be international cooperations. All nations must be together. All nations must be sit together. If they will have cooperation and all nations will take steps to control CO2 gases, then global warming will be controlled to a large extent. Finally, sustainable development. Sustainable development means whenever any country will take up any developmental work, it must have an eye to the environment. By keeping an eye to the environment, by keeping an eye to the balance of the environment, by keeping an eye to the protection of the environment, if every country will take up developmental projects, then global warming will not be anymore. So in this video we have discussed a very important problem. What is global warming? How day by day Earth is becoming warmer than before. We have discussed what are the causes of global warming. We have discussed 3 points: effects of greenhouse gases, number 2, depletion of ozone layer, number 3, volcanic erosion. There are the 3 major causes for the global warming. And we have discussed as many as 6 important impacts of global warming. How global warming is harmful, we have discussed. Again, we have discussed about 6 steps how global warming will be under control. Thank you, viewers. I hope my viewers will be benefited from this video. They will be clear about global warming. A lot of informations are mentioned here. I hope my viewers will be benefited. I request you to subscribe my channel so that other students at least will be benefited. Okay, viewers, thank you. Again, we will be here with another video. Till now, goodbye to all.